get into the concept of the 1,000 true fans. So Braden, why don't you explain it?
Yeah, essentially what 1,000 true fans is, it's 1,000 people that support your work or the thing that you're doing, and they would essentially transact with the thing that you're selling of whatever capacity that looks like, whether it's a sticker, whether it's, you put out a drink company, you put out a memory card, you put out a hoodie. Those are your truest fans, and you need to be always thinking about ways to connect with this specific community, is what Kevin talked about in his book.
The concept of the 1,000 true fans, it relates to honestly all of us as creators, because it can be so easy to get caught up in, oh my God, I want 1 million followers, or feeling like, unless I have 100,000 followers or hundreds of thousands or millions of followers, like I can't be successful as a creator. And that's just not the case. You really just need 1,000 people that fuck with you.
Yeah. And he said in the book, he was like, if 1,000 people were to spend $10 a year on your thing, it's $100,000.
Yeah.
And most people can live comfortably off of that kind of money. You know what I mean? And you can do your dream. And so, like you were saying, people see like the biggest creators ever, these people with 20, 30 million subscribers or followers on these accounts. Like, that's what I need to have to actually make it. It's like, no, you don't. You don't really need to. You just need to be able to provide enough value to a small, tight-knit group of people to where they're like, this thing would actually provide value in my life. I'm willing to transact on it with you. And this is helpful for me, and you learn these things honestly by doing. You're making content, you're talking to people, you're growing your community, you're talking with your community. I still don't understand today why people don't respond to their comments, they don't respond to their DMs. It never will make sense to me, because those are the people that, if they're going out of their way to comment something on your page, on your feed, it's awesome. And it's the reason why you're able to do the things that you were doing. I think most people forget that as they get bigger and they're like, oh, now I have this number, or I'm busy, I'm doing this bigger stuff, I don't have to comment back, or I don't have to respond to the DMs. I have so many cool conversations with people all the time in the DMs. I was just at home last night and I was responding to a few DMs, and one popped up from someone who's leaving school in a few weeks. I was like, you know what, I have a sec, let me respond with a video. And just doing that piece of advice might shoot someone forward in the thing that they're doing, or ease some anxiety, ease some nerves. And you never know who you're going to talk to or what that person ends up doing. They might end up high up at a company one day and they're like, we should hire this person, he helped me when I was in school. You just literally never know where these little combos will go. And I don't think enough people use the damn thing for what it's supposed to. Those social networking apps are to create more network of people that you can just chat to, not to have like 1 million followers. And we've kind of gotten clouded with what I feel like the true purpose of them was for in the very beginning.
But even having like, you could take a creator who has 50,000 followers, and then another creator who has hundreds of thousands, if not millions. But the person who has 50,000 followers has a more dedicated audience, more actual true fans, and is willing to monetize more because they have people that actually fuck with them on a deeper level. Like, the number of followers that you have doesn't really matter. It's kind of bullshit. It's arbitrary. Like, most of them aren't even seeing your stuff anyways. It's how many of the people that click that follow or subscribe button are willing to go out of their way to give you more than just a like or a comment. It's like, are they willing, like you said, to transact, outside of this social media thing? Are they willing to buy, a hoodie or a t-shirt that you make, or a product that you put out?
And I think a big one that I talk to a lot of creators about is maybe in their families is a thing where they don't talk about money, or they don't talk about selling stuff. And some people think that
it's taboo.
Yeah. Some people think that selling stuff is bad, and that like, oh, you shouldn't try to take, you don't want to take people's hard-earned money. It's like, no, that's a bad way to think about it. As a person who's living on this planet, you got to sell something. Yeah. Whether you work for another company, you're selling their thing to other people, or whether you're trading your time for money, whether you're washing cars, whatever the thing is, you have to sell something.
Try not selling something.
Yeah, try not selling something. You'll end up on the sidewalk on the 405 freeway. You know what I mean? Yeah. Seriously. And you have to understand though that as long as you don't scam people and you put out a good product, something that people will actually use. It's not salesy. It's not salesy to sell something. It's salesy to scam someone out of like that traditional like sleeky salesman that you're thinking of when I say that word. That's not good. But as long as you create a good product and something that's actually going to help people, the amount of things that, like, for example, that I sell a sound effects pack, right? The amount of
Link in bio.
The amount of people that get referred to it, I don't even have to sell it.
Sure.
People just get, yo, my friend bought this, said it was really good.
Yeah.
I bought it. I like it. That's amazing. Because then the thing sells itself for you if it's actually a good product. And I think creators need to take a step back and realize that if you sell your presets, or if you sell your LUTs, or a transition pack, or film burns, or whatever the damn your time, a program, educational thing, that's not bad. That's how you'll actually be able to live. And Jack talks about this in Patreon. That's what Patreon was created for.
Yeah.
So people can actually own the distribution, right? When you post on Instagram or you post on YouTube, whatever, you don't own who's seeing the stuff. People can just see it freely, right? And I don't think you should not produce things for free. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, though, that you should have something that you're selling, and you should own something, so you don't have to rely solely on the brand to come to you and bail you out.